have Pastor Basillio Febre with us this morning. Pastor Basillio, you know, when you minister to the people in the youth arising and all those things, so what are the things that motivated you? What was in your heart that helped you to start this ministry?
Actually, I experienced also, Pastor. I used drugs before. I drank liquor, and at my young age, I was only 15 years old. I in the live-in situation with a lady. So, and during that time, because I grew up in a broken family, I was so discouraged, I was so depressed, and I'm looking for attention.
Yeah.
I'm looking for love. That's why I've been in drugs, I've been in alcohol, you know, and because I'm looking for someone, and I'm looking for attention, and that's why I experienced that. But when I met Jesus, I accept Jesus as my personal Savior. The Lord changed my life from glory to glory, and that experience bring me to, you know, to have a desire to serve the Lord and used by God to awakening the young people. And also God gave me a vision in the year 2000, a big word, youth awakening. And the Lord said, "Son, I will use you in this last generation to awakening the youth." So, excuse me. And the Lord gave me a vision on how to do it. So, and since that year 2000, I prayed for 3 years. I prayed because I don't want to move without prayer. I just want to confirm that this vision is really from God. So, and after 3 years, the Lord confirmed it to me that it's really from God. I started to move to awaken the youth. Actually, the first sign that I asked God is, "Lord, if it's really from you, this vision," I'm not a composer, you know. I'm not a singer also. But I asked God, "Lord, if it's really from you, give me a theme song for this ministry."
Yes.
And I tell you, Pastor, in 5 minutes, the Lord gave me a lyrics, the Lord gave me a melody, and I composed a song. And that's why we have an album.
Wow.
We have 3 albums now, and we are planning for the 4th one.
Wow.
For God's glory.
Amen.
And so, since that time, because I experienced also, when I was 7 years old, I stole away from my family because my father beat us.
Wow.
And my mother separated also because my father beat my mother. So I was so depressed and I was so discouraged. At the early age of 7 years old, I stole away and I live alone.
Wow.
And you know, I grew up, actually I experienced, I pick up some of the broken glasses just to sell it in 10 cents a kilo. It's a kilo.
My goodness.
I go on the road and I pick up the broken glasses just to sell it for 10 cents per kilo. I was only 7, 8, 9, 10 that I'm doing that. Just for me to live, just for me to have money in my pocket and just for me to eat, you know. So I experienced those kind of experiences. That's why I have a heart for the young people. I have a heart for the children. Because every time I saw the children walking at the street, nothing, they are just, you know, just street children. I just remember when I was just like them. And I felt what they felt. And every time I saw the young people, they are eating the drugs, they are eating the liquor, alcohol. My heart is, you know, my heart is broken. My heart is, you know, my heart wants to shout and I want to reach them. And I thank God the Lord called me from those kind of living. And I believe the Lord allowed me to experience that for me to be, you know, to be a good testimony for them. That, hey, there is a hope. Hey, God can change our life.
Amazing.
Hey, God can transform our life from being a street children, from being a, a broken people.
person, yeah.
God will gonna make us whole.
Wow. Amazing.
And only Jesus can do that.
Amazing.
And I know today, Pastor, as we talk, I know somebody's listening right now. And you feel that you're broken. You feel that nobody loves you. You feel that you are hopeless. And I tell you this morning that if you are in that kind of situation, there is hope in your life.
Amen.
And even if you're broken,
Yes.
God will make you whole.
Hallelujah.
Jesus will make you whole. God will transform your life from being drug addict, from being depressed, from being discouraged. God will give you hope, and God can transform your life from being broken. He will make you whole.
Wow.
That's what He did in my life
Yeah,
when I was a young people. And that's the first that I have in my heart,
To help others.
to have
Wow.
a ministry like this. That's why I believe that God allowed me to experience those kinds of experience.
Yeah.
For me to have a passion for the young people, for the children. Not just because I want to do this, I want to do that.
Yeah.
But because I experienced that.
Yeah.
That's why that kind of experience
Motivated you.
God put me and motivate me that kind of passion to reach out those people, those young people, those children, and bring their life to Jesus to be transformed also.
Amazing. I mean, when I was in the Philippines a few weeks ago, seeing with the way you're doing the great things for God there, and the young people, and even in the dump side, how God is using you to. I mean, it's amazing. So, Pastor, it's amazing your story, how God has helped you and how God has led you out. Can you tell us what was the turning point in your life? How did you find Jesus?
Well, I was 15 years old during that time. I lived in. I was in a living situation with a girl who is 10 years, with a lady who is 10 years older than me, and we live like a couple, and because I believe that time I'm looking for love. I'm longing for love. I'm longing for attention.
Yes.
And that's because this lady who is 10 years older than me give attention to me. So I just felt that I'm in love.
Yes.
Of course, I discovered when I met Jesus that I was just looking for a love of mother.
That's right. That's right.
And we are in the situation that we are in the living situation. We live like a couple. And during the time I am still using drugs. I'm still sometimes we drink liquor together, both of us. And one day one of a lady knocked at the door in our house, and she said, "Can I talk to you in a minute?" And because I want somebody to talk to me because I'm longing for attention, I'm longing for love. And I said, okay. And because she's a lady, I want to talk to her. Not because I'm interested to what she said, but she's a lady. So I welcome her in the house, and while we're talking, I just felt that God is really talking to me. But I ignored it at first, of course, because I'm not interested about the Bible. I'm not interested about the gospel. I am interested about the lady.
Yes.
So, but after we talked, she said, do you have something to do on Sunday? And I said, well, I think I don't have. And she said, can I invite you to come in the church? And because I don't do anything, I said, okay, I will come with you. So that day, that Sunday, I come with her. And during the preaching of the pastor, I felt that the word that the pastor preached is really for me. And I thought that lady talk about my life to that pastor. to be able to the pastor talk about it.
Tell about it, yeah.
Yeah, but you know, but I was just thinking. I said, but this lady didn't know my life.
Mm.
So how come
Yeah.
he will talk about my life
Yeah.
to the pastor? So, but after the preaching, I try to ignore the preaching of the pastor. I just want to sit and relax, and you know, my plan is, you know, I want to be in that lady.
Yes.
And but you know, while the pastor is preaching, I just sense and I just felt that the Spirit of God touching my life.
Mm.
So, and
We'll be right back just after just one.
okay.